But by the looks of it, we need to farm more resources anyway. So that's okay. Oh no! What was that? Oh, a baryonyx! Oh no! What's up everybody, and welcome to this video on how to get through your first 24 hours in ARK Survival Evolved. I'm missvadams, and this is going to be episode number 1 in a Let's Play Beginner's Guide series. So let's get stuck in. When you launch into your game, you are going to be presented with this screen, and you've got a few options on your left here. If you would like to join a server, you can hit join ARK, or if you want to do single player, you can select host/local. If you're considering joining a server, you've got a few options to choose between. You can either play on an official server, servers that are run by the game's developers, or you can play on unofficial servers, which are servers run by other players. And then once you've decided that, have a look up here. You've got a drop-down list with all of the different maps that you have installed at the moment. The island is the base map that will be included in the base game, but you've also got a selection of paid DLC and free DLC here. You've then here got your game mode, PvP, which is player versus player, and PvE, which is player versus environment. To begin with, if you're brand new to the game, even if you want to do PvP down the line, I would highly recommend getting started on PvE just so that you can get to grips with the basic mechanics of the game. PvP, especially on official, can be pretty rough in the beginning. And last but not least, you've got your ping, which is this number here. Now, you're looking really for as low numbers as possible to guarantee a smooth connection to the server, so always consider that as well. If you are thinking about joining a server as a beginner, I would actually recommend some beginner servers on official. So if you just type in beginner at the top there and select your preferred game mode, or perhaps all game modes, give it a second to load in, and it will bring you up a couple of servers in which you can join, and you'll be placed with a bunch of other brand new players, and it might be a good way to meet some friends that you can eventually tribe up with. Tribes are the different clans that we have in ARK. Bear in mind that on these servers you are level capped, but once you reach that cap, you'll be ready to move on to another server anyway. For the purpose of today, we're going to be doing single player, so I'm going to hit host/local. On the left here, I have all of my settings, which I'm actually leaving at default today. You've got a list of advanced settings as well, and engrams there. Don't worry about this for now, just leave them as default. As you become more experienced with the game, you might decide to adjust these a little bit to suit your playstyle. We have mods here as well, but I'm going to be playing completely vanilla today. And then in the middle, you've got all of the maps that you have installed. Here are your storyline maps. And then the custom ARKs are maps that were created by modders in the community that were then purchased by the game developers and published as official maps. And the great thing about these is that they're free, so you might as well go ahead and grab them. Today we're going to be doing the islands. I love this map so much. It's where my ARK journey began, and it is a fantastic starter map. So let's go ahead and start it up. Ready to begin a new adventure. So here's the character creation screen. I am going to select female at the top here. There isn't really much of an advantage being any particular body shape or size in PvE, so you can kind of do what you want. All of the customizable sliders are on the left here. You can randomize if you want, but bear in mind that you are going to be stuck with this physicality for the rest of your playthrough. So for that purpose, I'm just going to reset to defaults for the time being. The next thing you want to pay attention to on the right here, this is the full map of the island, and you've got all your possible spawn regions here. I would highly advise sticking to one of the easier areas. Yes, there are fewer endgame resources here, but you are much less likely to encounter carnivorous dinos, at least the really nasty ones. And you're also less likely to encounter harsh weather conditions, whereas in the medium and hard areas, it gets pretty rough. Even when you're kind of like mid-end game, you know? So I would avoid those for the time being. My favourite area is South Zone 1, so that's where we're going to go, and I'm going to change my name here to missvadams. And we are good to go. And here we are, waking up on a fresh beginner's adventure on the island. It is such a beautiful map. It's very nostalgic for me. You are probably going to want to run around and explore like hell because it is really beautiful. But I would strongly advise just setting up a little start point to begin with. And that's exactly what we're going to do today. First things first, I would pay attention to the symbols on your right at the bottom. We've got your level up meter, your weight, water, food, stamina and health. Keep an eye on those. But to be getting on with, we're going to go up to a rock and hit E or the corresponding button on your console. We're going to gather the basic materials to produce our first tool. And then the next thing we're going to do is go up to a tree and punch it like any classic survival game. Just don't punch too hard because it is taking up some of your health there. And look at that, we've gained our first level. Fantastic. So to take a peek, we hit I, which opens up our inventory. And as you can see, we've gained 1 level here. We've got all of these different stats we can choose to put levels in. It is entirely subjective which ones you favour. But I would recommend in the beginning putting your first few points into weight because you can get very easily over encumbered. So let's go ahead and do that, which brings us to the engram screen. Now, engrams are interesting because you only get a certain amount of points per level, okay? So look, I can't craft the spear already. We have to wait. My advice would be don't go and learn absolutely everything because you will never have enough engram points to learn everything on the menu. So just learn what you need to as you go. So for now, we've learned the stone hatchet and the campfire. But considering we have just farmed up enough materials, we can hit the crafting menu button, which is V on PC. And we can make our very first pick. There we go. Double click on that. You can see highlighted there the amount of resources it takes to craft it. Back to our inventory, drag it to our hotbar. If we hit the corresponding number, we can now hit a tree. And we get a decent amount of thatch and a little bit of wood. And if we go over to one of the rocks over here, there we go. And we use our pickaxe on that. We will find we'll get a decent amount of flint. And just a little bit of stone, and then we will be ready to craft up our next tool, which is going to be the hatchet. There we are. Now the hatchet is good at getting more stone. There we go. Okay. Pick, better for getting more flint. There we go, look at that, more flint than stone. And then with the trees, you want your pick to get more thatch. You want to swap out to your hatchet to get more wood. So it's beneficial to have both in the beginning. It looks like we've got another level up, so I'm going to go ahead and put that into weight again. And it looks like we can start learning our first few bits of armor. There we go, look at that. So we're going to need fiber and hide to craft these. I've not got enough points to learn the boots and the hat at the moment, so we will leave that and we will look at gathering our first resource for the armor, which is going to be fiber. If we hit E on these bushes, we will get fiber and we will also get berries, and berries are going to be our first source of food. So I'm going to go ahead and drag over some of these blue azul berries. You can eat the Amar berries, the Tinto berries, and the Mayo berries. I wouldn't eat the narco berries, sorry. I wouldn't eat the narco berries. I wouldn't eat the stim berries because narco berries will knock you out. Stim berries will make you poop a lot. They both have their purpose. So for now, we will eat the blueberries and we can finally learn our boots, our hat, and the spear. Now the spear is important because we're going to need to gather up some hide. So we're going to have to go and kill our very first creature. I'm going to make 4 of those. Spears break pretty easily, so do craft a few at a time. And then we will put on our pants and our hat. It looks like I only need a bit more fiber to craft the shirt, so we might as well do that. And there we go. That'll do for now. You can see that in the top of your armor, it has a little number, and that is the armor quality. And then you've got the weight in the bottom right, and then the bar you see here, that's the durability. So this isn't going to be great for us, but it's better than running around naked. All right, so it looks like we need to go and find our first dinosaur to kill for hide. I think the general rule is if you're not sure what a dinosaur is, approach it with caution or don't approach it at all. I know that this is a harmless oviraptor, but it makes a pretty scary sound, and it does look pretty common to some of the smaller carnivores. They're pretty hard to catch, so I'm actually going to leave that one, and I think the best luck we're going to have is going to be with dodos. They are really common up and down these beaches. I can see one. There's one right up here. I'm probably going to have to find a couple, though, in order to get enough hide. I'm sorry, pal. I always feel really bad doing this. So, hatchet, it's going to get you more hide. Pick, going to get you more meat. Honestly, in the beginning stages, when you're harvesting corpses, always use your hatchet because hide is going to be much more valuable to you at this stage of the game. Here we go, here's the second one. Let's grab as much hide as we can. Okay, water skin, shoes, gloves, boom. We are in a pretty good position here. Let's have a look. So if I equip the water skin, as it's called, onto my hotbar, and I go to the water source and I hit the corresponding number, it will fill. There we go. So let's equip that armor. There we go. Sleeping bag requires a bit more hide, so we'll have to go and get some of that. But what we could do is we could build a campfire, which is going to allow us to cook the meat that we've harvested. And it's going to be a much better food source for us than the berries, because every time you eat a piece of cooked meat, it helps you heal. There we go. Let's put the sleeping bag down. Bad thing about sleeping bags, they've only got one use. So as soon as you have the engram points and the level to do so, you're going to want to go ahead and learn the bed. But that's level 7 and we're not quite there yet. So for the time being, I'm going to go ahead and just put this down for a little bit of safety. Another thing we might want to consider at this point, before we've actually got our base set up, is building a storage box, because we're going to become pretty encumbered as we do collect resources. So here we go. Storage box, boom. Okay, storage box. I think we're ready to finally unlock some thatch structures. Let's have a look. For the time being, I'm going to build 4 foundations, just a really small base. We'll build 1 doorway. We'll do 7 walls. And then we'll do just regular ceilings for the time being. Okay, so I think we'll do weight again. Keep going on the weight. I'm going to learn these pieces. Personally, if I can, I like to have a fancy roof. It is not a necessary thing, but you know, I like things to be practical and aesthetically pleasing at the same time. I'm going to cancel that crafting queue. You just hit that button there if you want to do that. And then we're going to go ahead and learn these sloped pieces instead. So I'll do 4 of those, 2 of those, 2 of those, and I think we still had a few more wall pieces to craft up. All right, and then we can go ahead and start putting these on our hotbar, ready to place. So you simply press the corresponding button on your hotbar and you select any of the area where the structure appears in green. It is safe to place. So there we go. It is really as simple as that. It looks like I'm a bit over encumbered at the minute, so let me just see if I can drop some stuff off. There we go. That's a bit better. And then I think we'll do our doorway here. Our walls in. And then we've got our sloped roof pieces. Well, sloped walls, I should say, that are going to hold up the roof. Sometimes the building can be a little bit finicky in ARK, but persevere with it. I have seen some people build some fantastic things in this game. And the great thing about PvE is you don't need to worry where you're building so much, so long as you're not blocking any major resource spawns, which we're not here. Now, if we were in PvP, we would probably want to build under a bit more shelter so that we're going to be less visible. So if I was doing PvP, I'd probably build in the jungle over there somewhere to begin with. And there we go. There is our first thatch house. This is a parasol here. It is actually a tech variant. And you do get tech variants of a couple of dinosaurs in the game. They tend to appear in higher levels, or they can have a higher level than their regular counterparts, which is useful if you're trying to tame a high level. But today we just kind of need it for its resources. If you go up to a dino, you can actually see its level. If you hover up close, this is a level 12. We're running with single player default settings at the moment, so it means level increments are going up in steps of 1. A good way to catch these guys in the beginning is to craft a bowler There we go. We can learn the engram for that. Okay, let's grab a little bit more of that. And then we should be able to craft ourselves a couple of bowlers now. It's always worth crafting a few because it's quite easy to miss with these, especially if you're rubbish aim, like I am. But these things don't move very fast unless you provoke them, so it shouldn't take long to bring down. There we go. So that should hold it in place for a little bit of time, long enough that we can kill it. Fingers crossed. There we go. Okay, we brought it down. So if I use my hatchet, we're going to get quite a bit of scrap metal and element dust as well. So these are like mid to end game resources. Hatchet is probably, pick is probably a bit better to use in that situation actually. But we can keep hold of these. Oil, electronics, scrap metal, element dust. Don't worry about them for now. Keep them in a box somewhere and you'll thank me later. But for now, we still need a little bit more hide if we're going to put a proper bed down, which I'd quite like to do really. Sleeping bags have one use. We've been pretty lucky so far. We haven't encountered any big, scary, carnivorous dinos, but there is sometimes a Spinosaurus that spawns in down here. Or a baryonyx, so we need to watch out. Okay, so our pickaxe is just broken. As you can see on the hotbar, it's highlighted in red. If you've got the resources in your inventory to replace it, you can just hit the number on the hotbar and it should repair. Looks like we haven't got the resources though, so to check that out, drag it into my inventory. Let's have a look. It looks like I need 1 stone, 5 thatch, 1 wood, and I'm short on the stone to repair it, so that's fairly easy. I can just pick one up. Right click to repair in your inventory. There we go. Let's put the bed in our little house. It's starting to feel a little bit more homely now. We should probably get some other structures in here as well, I think. So here we go. Bed has been placed. We've got a permanent place to respawn now, so long as it doesn't get destroyed, of course. We're in a position where we need to start upgrading our armor because we're currently wearing cloth. We also need to upgrade our house because we're still rocking thatch. So in order to kind of level up, in order to get those engram points, there's a few things you can do. Something I like to do is I like to craft up some narcotics, which are going to be useful for when we eventually want to tame our first dinosaur. You're going to need spoiled meat, which is here, and you're going to need narco berries, and you're going to need a pestle and mortar. A trick you can do to get more spoiled meat is you can right click on a stack of meat, split stack, split all. There you go. Each individual stack will now expire at the same time. Cheeky little trick there. We'll split all that one as well. And then we need to learn the engram for the mortar and pestle and the narcotic. And then let's see, have we got enough resources to build that? Or are we going to have to do more farming? Off we go. All right, it is nighttime. it's pretty damn dark. I think it would be good to craft a torch so we can see what we're doing. If you want to, you can increase the gamma. If you're on PC, you simply hit tab, type in gamma at the bottom, if I can actually spell, god damn it, there we go. And you can type a figure between 3 and 5 and it will go up. I think we'll stick to gamma 3 for now. 5 is pretty damn bright, if I'm honest, but I feel like this is a nice balance. Let's equip that torch anyway. It will just help us all see a little bit better. We're going to be doing a little bit of nighttime farming. I need yet more stone. Now, unfortunately, I can't hold my torch whilst I farm, but if I really want to, I can actually throw it on the ground by double right clicking. There you go. If you want to see what you're doing when you're farming, that's what you do. Bam! Let's pick that up. Re-equip it. Head back. I'm pretty sure we've got what we need now. Let's double check. There we go. Pestle and mortar. And it looks like the meat is about 2.5 minutes off completely spoiling. Let's pop this onto our hotbar here. And then we'll just place it here for now. And then consumables, drugs. We've learnt the engram. We can make 4 of those. As you can see, we've already leveled up. Fantastic. Fantastic. Let's see. Yeah, we'll keep going in at stamina. And then we'll see if we can learn a few more of these wooden pieces. So we've got the foundation, the wall, the door frame, the door. All right, let's upgrade this then. So to upgrade something, put the piece on your hotbar and simply click on the piece you want to replace. And it will do the work for you. You will get half the amount of resources it cost for the replaced piece back in your inventory as well, which is pretty handy early game. Let's get these window pieces in. Yeah, you can make normal walls if you want. This is just an aesthetic thing for me. I like to be able to see outside. I want the ocean view. Yeah, I'm gonna leave the thatch roof for now, I think. And then we've got the stairs just for aesthetics. There we go, look at that! It's looking a bit more homely, isn't it? I think the next thing for us to do now is to work on our hide armor. I have got some more engram points here to spend, so we should be able to unlock the full set now. There we go. This will offer us double the protection of cloth armor, and it will also give us a little bit of insulation from the cold as well. We're doing all right at the moment because we're stood next to the fire, but I bet you the moment we kind of step away, there are they. Yeah, you had it there. With the torch, you're fine. Without the torch, you can see that snowflake. We want to be careful of that because if that turns into an ice cube symbol, we're going to start losing health. Oh, we got another tech parasaur. Hi. You're level 24. That's not very good. You are a slightly better level of 55. Do I even have any bowlers left? Yeah, I do. I just kind of rearranged my hotbar a second there whilst we were crafting. Okay, well, I'm going to leave the tech parasaur a sec because it's hide I'm after. Yoink. Let's throw this on the ground so you can see what I'm doing. Boink. And then we're gonna biff you until we get that hide. I've only got two spears left. I should probably make some more, really. It's kind of random when they break, but they can break after one stab, so you've got to be careful. There we go. Good amount of hide there. I can hear a little dodo as well. There's so many. Oh my god. So many dodos. Hi, friends. I'm sorry. Just apologise every time I kill the dodos. There we go. Okay, grab the torch again. Let's see what we can craft now. Alright, well we can start crafting some hide armor, so that's good. We've got the first 3 pieces. We've got to level up a bit before we can do the others. But by the looks of it, we need to farm more resources anyway. So that's okay. Oh no! What was that? Oh, a baryonyx! Oh no! You know how I said sometimes there are carnivorous or large carnivorous dino spawns on the beach? Yeah, that's one of them. I mean, he's probably more medium-sized, but yeah. Kind of snuck up on me there. This is gonna happen to you a lot in the beginning. You're gonna die a lot, okay? Try not to get frustrated. I've got nearly 4,000 hours in the game, and I still die. It happens. It's all good. We can respawn back at our bed. Look at that. Now, we obviously don't want to lure him back to the hut. You can kind of do 2 things in this scenario. You can risk going back to claim your stuff, which will expire within 30 minutes if you don't pick it up by default, or you can just choose to ignore it and rebuild your stuff. At this stage of the game, it wouldn't take too long to do that. But I'm gonna try and get my stuff back. You can see that green beam? That is marking where my body is. I know that the baryonyx are still going to be there, so we're going to want to be really, really careful. Now, because I don't have my torch, I am going to turn the gamma up to 4 just a second so you guys can see a bit better. I can see the baryonyx fighting the trike. Go, trike! You can do it, go! Wait, is that the sun rising? The sun's rising, amazing. Oh no, he's so fast, look at him. Now, these are actually really good dinosaurs for taking into caves. So later on in the series, we might well be taming one of these. But these are not really a beginner tame, I would say. Holy crap, he is fast. He is fast. Okay, there isn't really such a thing as being sneaky or stealthy in this game. You just... you just either risk it or you don't. You can increase your movement speed to try and outrun dinos, but right now I have no points into movement speed. So I'm gonna give this one attempt, and if we can't do it, I'm gonna abandon it. Okay. Day 1 in the life of a fresh ARK playthrough. There has to be at least one death. Okay, we've got our stuff. Run, 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 run! Run away! How are we doing? Okay, he's not noticed me. I got stuck, but he's not noticed me. We're good. I think we've survived that. We definitely want to avoid that side of the beach for now, although I don't think it will take us too long to build up enough stuff to bring him down. Oh! Okay, I'm safe. I'm safe. Let's have a look. You can see our armor lost a bit of durability there because we got bit. But luckily we started to make some hide armor, so we are good in that respect. Now, just in case we do die again, I'm actually going to keep my old armor in one of my boxes at base. In case I can't get my stuff back for whatever reason. It's going to be handy to have that second set. The sun is rising after our first day. We've had one death. I think that's pretty good going. I've been known to die far more times. But one thing I wanted to do, kind of finishing off this first day of a new playthrough, is to kind of get to the point where we have upgraded our armor. So I'm just going to farm a few more bits. There's the sound of a new day. I love that music. It's great. It's fantastic. Sound of a new day. Okay. We'll finish off by crafting that last little piece. Now, I don't... Oh, can I risk getting that dodo? Is it going to be too close to the baryonyx? Oh no, it's a dillo. Okay, well, I mean, I could probably deal with a dillo. These little dudes, they are aggressive. They do spit poison at you, but we'll try our best to avoid it. You could probably just tank them as well. Yeah, there we go. So when they spit at you in the eye, you get that little symbol in the bottom. It kind of stuns you a bit and prevents you from moving very quickly, but we're fine. Unless they're like really high level, or there's a few of them, they're not usually the biggest threat. There we go. Still got 2 spears left. Oh my goodness, tanky ass parasaur. There we go. 1 more spear left. We should probably craft up some of those. Really. Very, very close to getting that level so we can make some more of that armor that we need. Probably just need to chop a tree a few times. And then we'll have it. We could do with the wood, to be honest. Hey, there we go. Okay. I've got 150 into stamina and 200 weight. I'm going to increase my health a bit. That's where I go to first. And then let's have a look here. I don't know if I can afford both. Yes, I can. Amazing. Can we afford to build? To craft? Craft them both. We can. Yes. Okay, we're making some good progress. And it is just after 6 in the morning, which is where we started. So we've done a full 24 hours first day on the island. ARK Survival Evolved. This is going to be the end of this episode. Next episode I'll bring out next week, where we will be showing you how to tame your very first passive and knockout dinosaur. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you like the content today. You can watch me over on Twitch as well. I stream there Monday, Tuesday, Thursday and Friday at 2 PM BST. So until then, thank you for watching. Over and out.